Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, baby. This is part two. I recently talked about Kayla Nicole and the vitriol that she's received from haters. She's Travis Kelce's ex, and he is now engaged to Taylor Swift, and she broke up with Travis, but she has gotten a lot of nasty messages, racist messages from the ones who are racist, white women, white men, and racist black men towards her too. So look, Taylor just released her album. I believe her album is out, and she has a verse in her song called Opalite or Opalite that has a lot of people saying that she's taking a dig at Kayla. So we're going to get into this, baby. Now look, if Taylor is jealous, if she's jealous, look, Travis has a history of dating a lot of women who have black ancestry, beautiful in shape women. And look, Taylor's exes also are currently or have dated also women who have black ancestry. So there are people saying that Taylor is insecure, Taylor is jealous, Taylor is racist with this new album verse and everything. And my thing is, if Taylor is jealous, okay, she's jealous. A lot of women get jealous. My thing is that Travis did not leave Kayla again for Taylor. Kayla broke up with him. He moved on. He's famous. He moved on and he dated he's with Taylor Swift, and he proposed marriage. And there's a whole look. I talked about it all sort of in my latest video, but I feel like Travis and Taylor, because people are saying, look, I like Taylor Swift, some of her music in her early career, and I never had an issue with her. But I do think this is a great opportunity for Travis and Taylor to address the people who have been racist towards Kayla. To say that they don't agree with this type of vitriol towards her and show support. Look, we are together, but I don't agree with this type of stuff towards her. So look, I'm going to pull up the lyrics real quick so you can see what she said that has people talking, okay? So again, we know that Taylor has a history of talking about her exes and her past relationships in her music. And maybe she put this in here because she knew it would stir people up and it could help album sales, this whole beef. But look, I'm just saying maybe that's why what's going on. So let me pull up the lyrics real quick again of what she said. Okay, in the song Opalite or Opalite, she says, "Don't you sweat it, baby. It's all right. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in the onyx night." Onyx is like a black stone, but now the sky is opalite. Oh, 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 my Lord. Never met one like you before, but now the sky is opalite. Okay, so people are saying that she's taking a dig. You were sleepless in the black stones, the black onyx, okay? But now your world, your sky will surround you. Your new world is white with me type of thing. And some people are saying this is what she's trying to say, with those lyrics. She also has a song where she's talking about Travis's eggplant being a redwood, that he's big and all this other stuff. So look, let's get into it. I'm going to show you some video clips of what people are saying about this. Even some white women are calling Taylor out, and they think that she is taking a dig at her, or she's being quiet about things she should stand up against, and much more. So I want to know, what do you think? Personally, I could see that. Look, she's a good songwriter, and she was slick with the words. You were in onyx, now your sky is opalite. And there's a lot of mixed reactions because, again, of Travis dating history, and also the men she was dating before Travis, who are also currently talking and dating women who have black ancestry. So let's jump a little bit into it. Also, I had said Travis was okay to me, but when I look at Travis, yeah, I get it. The women wanting Travis. Travis is good looking. He is. I like my man clean cut. And, Travis is fine. He's 6'5". He has a good body. He dresses well. And a lot of women like that. He has that flavor, that confidence. They call it the swag. I don't like him hardcore. You know what I'm talking about? But I get it. I see it. Travis is fine. If Travis was to approach me, Even if he wasn't who he was, looking like this, dressed like this, and built like this, I mean, yeah, he would get the number. He would. So this is who Travis, that look, he's with Taylor now. Taylor has gone, her nose is open. Taylor's nose is open being with this man. Football player, tall man with the swag and all that, laying it down in the bedroom towards her. But, okay. So let's get in more into this video. Check out my previous video where I delved even more deeper into the vitriol that Kayla has been getting, which is disgusting. All right.
Opalite is about Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend. Let me share with you why. What's also interesting, I don't know if I believe this, but on the song Opalite, which is Opal is Travis Kelce's birthstone, the lyrics start with Taylor admitting that she used to think about her exes all the time, but then he came into her life. You were dancing through the lightning strikes, sleepless in the onyx night. But now the sky is opalite. Never made no one like you before. You had to make your own sunshine. But now the sky is opalite. And here's where some fans think it gets shady to Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend. At one point, Taylor then appears to reference his past relationships. You couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in her phone. And you were just a pose. Okay. I could see that. Actually, you couldn't understand it, why you felt alone. You were in it for real. She was in her phone. And you were just a pose. Juicy. Some people also think that Opalite, that father figure could have been about Scooter Braun, but I don't believe that. Taylor and Scooter never had any kind of business or social relationship.
Okay, so Taylor is known to talk about her exes, okay, her relationships, and a lot of people can read between the lines and they definitely think it was a dig at Kayla, okay, and it possibly was. So let's look at his dating history real quick, okay? Actually, Taylor. Okay, people are saying that Taylor is insecure or feeling some type of way because the men she was dating are currently in relationships with women who have black ancestry, okay, whether they be 50% black or more. So, okay, so this was her man at one point she was dating, and now he is with a woman who has black ancestry, okay, one ex, then another ex. All right, let's see. I'm not sure what his name is, but he is currently with a woman who has black ancestry, okay, who she dated. And Harry, we know Harry Styles. I believe his name is Harry Styles. He's a big part of the group One Direction. And I don't know if this is current. I thought she was engaged to Channing Tatum or something. But Zoe Kravitz, you know, Lenny Kravitz's daughter. So he is with her. So that is who her exes are dating, women who have black ancestry, whether they, 50% black, whatever, they're still half black. And people are saying maybe she has an issue with that. Now we have Travis, and these are his three exes. We have Maya Banbury in 2016. He was dating her. We have Kayla Nicole. He was dating her from 2017 to 2022. And we have Zuri Hall. He was dating her from 2022 to 2023. I have to say, allegedly, this was rumors, but we definitely know Maya and Kayla, he was dating those two women. Okay? So Is she triggered? Possibly. I mean, she would only be triggered if she was insecure or has issues with race or something like that. That's the only thing I can think of why she would be triggered by that or thinking she's not good enough type of thing. I mean, people date. It's 2025. People do date other races and their own. But yeah, some people think it's something deeper going on with Taylor. Okay.
Travis Kelce's proposal is so on brand. It's so on brand. And this not even about Taylor Swift. I fuck with Taylor Swift. I fuck with Taylor Swift. Like, she dope. I fuck with her. But this is about Travis Kelce. The move he just pulled is so on brand, and nobody really been speaking on it. I seen one creator really talk about it, but it need to be addressed more. White dudes, especially white athletes, have this. They have this thing, this habit. Matter of fact, it don't even got to be athletes, but we'll keep it on it for topic's sake or whatever. They will get as close as they can to the culture, right? Befriend all the black dudes, date the women, get the jawline, the chin strap line up. They're gonna go get the taper, right? They're gonna go get the fade, they're gonna get the beard lined up. They're gonna do the dances, they're gonna use the lingo, they're gonna try to take the swag, they're gonna do all of that while they still deem it to be cool. And it's normally while it has to be cool for them, like while they gotta kind of fit in. But they normally make that switch when they're no longer playing football. Like, once they got to leave football and they got to insert themselves into like corporate America, into society, they go full on like white and like country white.
My thing is, though, is that black men, I mean, what about black men? You will sleep with black women in college. You dated black girls in high school and in college, but yet when you get your contract and you get those millions of dollars, you abandon your race of women in record numbers for white men's daughters. So I don't really care about him saying this, because at the end of the day, I mean, what do y'all do? Y'all abandon black women, black men in sports in very large numbers. So whatever to that. But yeah, a lot of white people who still have power, who run industries, that whole acting ghetto stuff, no, that's not what it is for a lot of white people. And they realize that they're not going to get ahead acting like a ghetto hood rat black man. They're not going to get ahead in this world, in this country, and amongst their people who do not act like that and do not promote that. Okay, I'm talking the hardcore ghetto wigger type of stuff. Okay, it's okay to have a little bit of some flavor and all of that, but going hardcore and all that stuff, no, it doesn't. It just doesn't. So, I mean, I had said before, other races of men listen to hip hop music, but yet do you see them gunning down their race of men? No, you see black men doing that. You see black rappers doing that. You don't see any other genre of music that they gun each other down like black men. Okay, other races of people see it as entertainment, they see it as music, but they don't want that all within their culture, and they're not going to emulate that, and they realize that it's toxic. Okay, yes, I like the music, yes, I even like the food and all of that, but I think people should be who they are. You shouldn't have to be fake and stuff. But I guess they get out into the world and they realize that, oh my goodness, I can't get anywhere acting like a hood rat type of thing like that. It's not really going to work well for me. And I think it's a shame, though, some people not being who they really are type of thing. But being really ghetto and hood does not help anyone within American society or society, period. The thing is, though, is that they come from a race that actually runs a lot of stuff. So they have more connections, they have more opportunities, they can network better. They have the companies and everything like that. And older white people who run these companies, boomers and Gen X and stuff, they're not trying. You know what it is. I don't even have to say what it is. So, he can say this all he wants and criticize them. Oh, you had the flavor and the haircuts. You was into black women, and they still are. That's the part, baby. They still do like white women. But when black women, they like black women. But some of them, when they get out and they see how this world is and they're trying to move up, unfortunately, you have some who will oppress what they actually like in order to make it in this society that still is not where it needs to be, type of thing. Black men, on the other hand, y'all go all the way and you completely abandon your women, and the other men don't, even though they've dated black women. And I love to see a black woman getting married, no matter what the race is. I'm just saying, black men, I mean, to criticize this type of thing, and y'all sleep with black women, y'all have y'all moments with black women, and then you sign a contract and all of a sudden y'all don't even want black women either in the sports world. So I don't really know what to say on this. So let's see the next video.
And her first choice didn't want her either. The man she settled with doesn't want her. Her first choice doesn't want her. Her second choice doesn't want her. And again, I'm not being disrespectful. I think as women, we need to take this in consideration. The harsh reality of Taylor Swift in this saga is she is reminding a lot of her audience of their parents' relationship and their future relationships. This is not anything new where the lady has settled and been settled for by who wanted someone of a persuasion.
I have to call things out, baby. Some of y'all are getting off on this because, well, you know that Travis prefers a black woman, or so you believe this, and maybe he does. But the truth is that black women also settle. Black women settle because most black women refuse to date outside the race, and they have this dream of a well-off man living in the suburbs in a 2 to 3 story home, and most of them never get this dating black men. So most black women settle too. Most black women's baby daddies are men they settled for. Yes, it happens to white women too, but it also happens to black women just as much as any other group around the whole damn globe. Both men and women, yes, even men, have settled. I had said before, most people are not with the love of their lives on average. A good portion are not. This is facts. Okay, from the pressures of having to get married, the pressures of being at a certain age, people expect you to get married or have children, or being with a man who might be well off, but you can't stand what he looks like, or the smex is terrible and women settle, and all of that, especially in the black race around the whole globe, pressuring you to, you got to get a man. You ain't got no man. You got to get a man. Where's your man? That type of thing. So yeah, black women do settle too. Let's just keep it real.
But society told him to choose white, right? Oop, Freudian slip. And honestly, that's why I think her fans are mad at her. Her fans are mad at this album, is because this is becoming a little too realistic. The jock, you got the jock, and the jock wanted it.
Here's the thing though, Kayla broke up with him. Kayla broke up with him. And at the end of the day, I mean, she's the one who got the ring. Taylor is the one with the engagement ring. Okay? I mean, Travis could have dated other women. He chose Taylor. That's the thing. He chose. Men choose. He chose. Even though people are like, we know in the end what you really like, Travis. I don't know his history with white women, but he chose Taylor at the end of the day. So,
I usually don't say nothing about Taylor Swift. I just sit, close my mouth, and let her cook with her Sadie Hawkins ass, Triscuit pop ass aesthetic. But the minute she threw black women in it, I'm trying to blame them for her insecurities, I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because what are we doing? You knew for a fact that this man, this white man specifically dates black women, and you wanted to get with him. Because, like, as a skinny blonde white woman, it's like, I'm everyone's type. And then you get with him, and then you're worried that you might not be his type. Then you want to throw in the dog whistles towards black women, like, oh my god, I'm sorry I'm not a bad bitch, I'm sorry I don't have a fat ass, this, that, and the third. You decided to pick this man. No one pressed you to go after the G-Eazy. No one pressed you to go after the Tommy Richmond. No one pressed you to go after the Jack Harlow. No one begged you to go after the Lil Dicky. You saw that man's type, and you're like, I'm gonna make me his type.
I don't agree. Because who approached who? That's the big question right here. The big question is who approached who? Did he approach Taylor? Because if he hollered at Taylor, then he chose her. Who? That's the big question we need to find out. Because if Travis went in her DMs or met her and asked her for her number and he was the one who pursued her, then you can't say that. You can't say anything to her if he was the one who hollered at Taylor. I'm just saying.
And you with him, it's like, oh my God, what if I'm not his type? I'm gonna blame those girls who were his type. There are still so many white men who only date white women. And you could have had any of them. Any of those men would have loved to have you, but no. You just had to have the man who had a taste of jungle fever.
I don't like that word jungle fever. Some of us just are attracted to each other, but I get what he's saying. My thing is, I'm not fully disagreeing with him, but the big question is, did Travis approach Taylor? Because if he was the one as the man who approached her, then you can't really say this if he was the one who pursued Taylor. And that information is not known.
I had to leave and go for a walk because I just found out. I don't know anything about Taylor Swift. I don't like her. I've never liked her. I just found out that her man's ex is a black woman. If you are seriously gonna sit here in 2025 on Beyonce's internet and tell me that Taylor Swift's new album is not a fucking dog whistle, pa la calle.
Okay, so there are a number of people saying this, and look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I can totally see this a little bit because look, Travis, she has a song called Redwood. She says that his eggplant is big. Okay, now Travis was with black women. Baby, I believe Travis was putting it down. Travis know how to put it down. I believe it. I'm sorry, I can look at him, I can tell this. Travis know how to put it down. Some people are saying it's because of Kayla and the black women. He know how to put it down. So Taylor nose is open. Travis is tall. He got a good body. He's good looking. He got a big eggplant. He know how to use it. He got money. He ain't got the money like her, but he got money and he knows how to dress and he has what people say is swag and all that other stuff. So, I mean, it's sort of like Britney Spears and Kevin Federline type of thing. Kevin was with Shar Jackson, who was black and Mexican, and he was with Shar. He was a dancer and hip hop and all that and got with Britney Spears, and Britney Spears went crazy, had the man's children and all of that. And this is what's happening probably with Taylor. Taylor has dated good looking other white men, but this is a white man with some flavor laying it down on the bedroom and has, I don't like to use that word swag a lot, but it's similar to saying he got some flavor. Okay, he has some flavor to him type of thing. And he's putting it, look, let me just tell you what it is. She already has the song called Redwood. Travis is laying it down heavy in the bedroom on Taylor. He's doing it the way he was doing it to Kayla and the other women of color that he was with. Okay, this is what's happening. She ain't necessarily used to this. Plus the flavor a little bit. So, all right, let's get back into the video. Hold on.
Part of the reason why when I see this engagement, I know it's not that authentic. For me, when people say that marriage is really a convenience, the right person who comes along is actually just the right timing. For Travis Kelce, immediately when I first saw him, I thought that he was into black women just because of the way he was dressed and styled before Taylor Swift basically whitewashed him. And then another creator on here was talking about his ex. I didn't even know he had an ex. And then when she showed up, I was like, okay, this makes sense. Even the interview where he's talking about like who would he marry, kiss, kill, and he lists Katy Perry, like OG Katy Perry, as Mary. Taylor Swift has long in her writing and her fantasy of being like a young girl growing up, falling in love with the football player. Like she's always play to that side of the storytelling with her fans throughout her lyrics and identity. And so when she captions English teacher falls in love with the gym teacher, it's like a half fandom joke where they're always referring to her dressed up as an English teacher, but she really does play to her fans because that's what gets the most money, right? So like not even within like a day of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce getting engaged, do we already see Travis Kelce launching a campaign with American Eagle, and then Taylor Swift is already promoting her album. She brought so much money to him through the NFL, which is directly linked to literally the military. And so I see this as an opportunity for both of them. Travis Kelce obviously knows that Taylor Swift is probably the only woman who could really make him mean anything. And then for Taylor Swift, she knows that he is the type of man that would make her fandom fall in love with her even more.
Okay, because he's the football player, masculine, the swag, and all of that. And it's sort of like the whole Eminem type of thing, the Eminem effect type of thing. And then you have her, she's very, very popular. So his brand can expand because of her massive fan base and being very popular.
Hey y'all, what's up? Good evening, motherfucker. Something just came to my mind, and I want to know if y'all with me on this one. So Kayla Nicole broke up with Travis Kelce almost a year or 2 years before he started dating Taylor Swift. Kayla Nicole has not once said anything about Travis Kelce or Taylor Swift since they've been broken up. But all the Swifties, whitey women, have been completely racist, that's what it is, against Kayla Nicole all these years, even though Taylor Swift is with the man. Now, Taylor Swift is engaged to said man, but yet throwing subtle jabs at the black woman who broke up with Travis Kelce before she and that man started dating.
Like I said in my previous video, the ones who are doing this, because Swifties are black women too, black women like her, some do, but the ones who are in fact racist, they are butthurt and jealous and intimidated and jealous that Travis was playing in the cook with the cookies, the brown sugar jar type of thing, the chocolate brown sugar jar. Okay, and this bothers some of them. Okay,
I'm just curious as to why would that woman, Kayla Nicole, be a thought in Taylor Swift's mind if Taylor Swift has the man and is engaged to him? Why would there be any type of subtle shots thrown at anybody?
it's insecurity. It's the same thing when you hear about white women saying that white men will ask them, have you been with a black man? And then you'll have some black men who ask black women about body counts or who have you been with, and black women maybe wanting, and I don't often hear about black women obsessing about who have you slept with type of racially thing, but it's very similar. And you have white women doing this now, like, oh my God, you've had a black woman, you've been with a black woman, oh my God, no, this can't be, and she's attractive, hold on, you know, this is all people who are prejudiced and insecure all across the board, who ask those questions or and are obsessed with it. Insecurity and their prejudiced people who have this issue about it.
What do y'all think about this? Leave me a comment. Let's talk about it.
White women are really showing their ass in the wake of this Taylor Swift album being released, in that despite the fact that they've rallied around Taylor as this feminist icon for the last 20 years and have, through Taylor, come to terms with some of their own forms of oppression and what it means to be, you know, a female in a patriarchy and how damaging that can be, and, you know, really identified with that her whole career. Yet now that we are, you know, entering like fascism in America, Taylor Swift, instead of going more towards her roots and what she's identified as and her feminism, is sliding down the alt-right pipeline. And you can say,
oh, well, she's just getting older. You know, her music is just, it's reflecting that she's at a different place in her life. And now she's getting married to Travis. And it's okay to want to sing about, you know, making a family with your partner and this and that. Yes, it is. But y'all were the same people saying that the Sydney Sweeney jeans ad didn't mean anything and it's not that deep. Okay, sure. Maybe you can make the argument that it isn't directly racist. But if you situate that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad in the proper historical context of racism and eugenics, it's bad. And you can say, oh, well, it didn't mean that. It's not connected. Not everything's that deep. You're incorrect. Everything in the pop culture, you know, like everything in pop culture is directly related to the context of everything that came before it and everything that is going on right now. Again, y'all did not hear Kamala when she was talking about the context of a coconut tree. It is all in context. Just because you don't see it, because you are literally, no, I don't think, no, you have made yourself blind to it. Now, of all times, Taylor Swift is going down the alt-right pipeline and trying to identify, well, I'm getting married to a white man and we'll be having white babies and the whole block's gonna look like us. And she's feeling the pressure of fascism in America. And instead of using her billions of dollars and her massive platform to stand there and say something or anything, really, she decided that she was going to protect herself and cloak herself in her white woman femininity and, you know, say like, oh, well, I'm getting married now. And, you know, some people just want to be dog parents and, you know, like not live in a cul-de-sac. And I guess that's fine, but not me, not me, because I am a white woman who's doing what she's supposed to do in society. You can remove art from the context in which it was created, but it's really stupid to do that. It actually cheapens the art itself. So anyone's art, but especially this Taylor Swift album, as if it isn't perfectly situated in the context of America's descent into fascism by the very girl who was supposed to be the, you know, glorious feminist leader of all the white women. It's really obvious that you guys are feeling the pressure of actual oppression, and instead of standing 10 toes down on the side of the oppressed, who you claim to be, you have decided to align yourselves more with your whiteness and your privilege and whatever, you know, and you are running in the opposite direction, being like, well, you know, like, Charlie Kirk he was a human too, okay? And we should have empathy for everybody. I'm just saying. And one day I'd love to get married, and you can't take things out of the context that they're in. Or you can, but it's stupid too. It matters.
With Taylor Swift, look, I'm not a hardcore Swiftie. I don't know all of her songs. I just loved her song Love Story and Tears on My Guitar. This is when her career first started. I haven't been listening to everything. And so when she came out, I mean, she was young. And she was into the whole love and romance thing. You saw that with Love Story, Romeo and Juliet type of thing. So I don't know if later in her career she got more into feminism type of thing. I don't know. But at the end of the day, you know what the truth is that a lot of women, especially when you start getting older, a number of women want a man. They want a man, they want a husband, and they want children. Not all. There's a number of women who are child-free by choice, a number who admit they was indoctrinated and felt pressure to, oh, I must have a man, and really didn't give a damn about having a man. So you have a mixture going on. And she's saying that Taylor is not necessarily going against that. She's going to use her privilege. Let me have these kids. I mean, if Taylor wants a family and kids, there's nothing abnormal about that. Taylor is in her, I believe, mid-30s now type of thing, or early 30s, mid-30s. And maybe she realized this is what I want type of thing. And some people feel like, oh, is this indoctrination? Again, this is what the people tell you. This is how it's supposed to be type of thing. And she says that she foiled under pressure and fascism and stuff like that, and she needs to say something. I'm not quite sure all of what she's talking about, but what I will say is I feel, yeah, as far as the attacks against Kayla Nicole for being a beautiful black woman that Travis was dating, as well as other women of black ancestry, I feel like to see her fans, some of them say racist things towards Kayla under messages and DMs and all that craziness. I think that would have been a great opportunity for Taylor to show, look, I don't agree with this type of stuff. Yes, I'm with Travis, but don't treat her like that. Black women don't deserve to be treated like that. It's just period. Because some of her fans think they're better. Some of them are racist, and they felt Kayla needs to be put in her place. Aha, aha, aha. Travis didn't choose you. And then you have the racist black men who also joined in. Ha ha, Travis didn't choose you. And that would have been a great opportunity to me for Travis to say something. I don't know how bad their breakup was or what happened with it, but it would be a great thing if both of them stood up two racist people and they could stay together and just say, we don't support that type of behavior. I dated Kayla, she was beautiful, it didn't work out, and black women, don't deserve vitriol and being harassed under their comments, and Taylor to say something too. Instead of being quiet, I guess that's what she means, being quiet in the background, being the protected woman, being upheld type of thing, and not calling that out. And I do agree that it would be great for Taylor or Travis to call that out, the ones who were doing that to Kayla, okay? It would be a great thing to see. And she said that people say it's not that deep with the whole Jean commercial thing, and she's saying that everything, because of the history of our culture, because of things that you see in hidden messages or not even so hidden in the shaping of America and the history that we have, that everything goes together. And I had said, I don't know if I said this yet, but I had said it somewhere, that it's going to take white people to check white people who are racist, the ones who are. Okay? It's going to take them to check it. Black people and other people of color cannot do it, really. It has to be good white people who are against it to check it and do things with that. Okay, so that is kind of it for this video. I just have one or two more things to show you, but there's a lot going on with what people are observing with this relationship. Okay, and the treatment again towards Kayla Nicole, jealousy, the history between white women and black women when it comes to hierarchy, white men preferring black women but marrying white women. This is historic type of thing. And you have all types of stuff, negativity going all over the place towards Kayla. I talked about it in my most recent video. The racist white people, white women and men, the ones who are racist is the key word. I'm not saying everybody is. And the racist black men, the ones who are racist towards Kayla, who wanted to shame her because she was with Travis while they date out 3 times the rate interracially than black women. And people wanting to put the black women in their place. This is a real thing, especially when you're good looking, you have a good shape and all of that. And look, it made me I couldn't help but think of Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston. Kevin Costner wanted Whitney Houston. He wanted her. And I think they might have secretly dated behind the scenes. But look, it's not a new thing. But you don't see it as you see more black women with non-black men openly is the key word, getting married and in the open. It has happened for years, just not always in front of everybody's faces all the time, dating behind the scenes and all that stuff. It wasn't always accepted as much, even though historically there have been interracial relationships. But still during the 90s, it wasn't something that you would see a lot of black women supporting other black women and white men, white women supporting white men, with each other. These are two good-looking, successful people, and Kevin liked Whitney. Okay, he had a crush on her. He liked her, and I think Whitney liked him as well. So I couldn't help but think of Whitney and Kevin, how there were people who didn't want them to be together. or had the jealousy type of thing, the thought of them together type of thing. White men who have always been attracted to black women. I know this personally. People act like in 2025 it's a new phenomenon, white men coming after black women. Baby, they were after me at 13, 12 years old. Teenage boys, and when I got older, this is not as new as people believe. It's just you see it more accepted a little bit more, and you see an increase of it publicly and openly in the marriages happening versus the olden times. We know what it is. As a matter of fact, there's a film called The Feast of Saints. It's really good. It's about New Orleans and the relationships the white Frenchmen were having with the women who were either 25% black and 50% black and even more higher percentage, okay? But it was the plissage, the balls and everything. As a matter of fact, look, okay, I'm going to talk through this, the plissage balls and the white men there for the word, the mulatto being mixed, okay, 25 to 50% black. And they would come there and they would date them and choose a woman. Eventually, they would pay all her bills, send the children to school. The thing is, though, is even though they wanted these women and had children with these women, they still had to marry white women, okay, to keep the money in the families and to maintain power. And that's what's still going on a little bit still today, even though you see more interracial relationships. It's a very real thing. Okay, there are a lot of white men who prefer and are attracted to black women, and they will date black women, and sometimes the families won't leave the inheritance to him if he doesn't marry a white woman, or he'll feel the pressure. It's like, I have to still marry a white woman, but who my heart is with and who I'm attracted to is a woman of color, a woman who has black ancestry, no matter what the percentage is. So the white women would know this. They would know this, and their hearts would be breaking, knowing that the husband definitely she wasn't actually his preference. So what happened in this film is that, well, the woman's husband, he's going to the black woman, the woman mixed with black. That's who he wanted. There she is. She was crying in the bed. She didn't even want the marriage, but she had to do it. They had to do it to maintain wealth. So she married him, fell in love with him a little bit. He created this scenario, fake argument or some problem in the marriage, when the truth is he just wanted the woman who had black ancestry the whole doggone time, and he was not a good man. So he left her. When he was getting older, especially. Okay, so he left his wife because his heart was actually with the woman who had black ancestry. Okay, and that was messed up what he did, but that's what he did. He actually had a whole family with the woman who had black ancestry, which was very common back in the slave days. And we know this happened all in Louisiana and throughout the whole United States of America. So the film is called The Feast of All Saints. The Feast of All Saints. Check it out. Okay, so look, that is it for this video. And I want to know, what do you think? Do you think that Taylor Swift was taking a shot, was taking a dig at Kayla Nicole, saying that you were in Onyx, you were with the Onyx Blackstones, but now your whole sky, again, if she is jealous, that's nothing shocking. Women do get jealous, and maybe she's trying to feed off of this whole beef thing because it will bring in ratings and album sales and her loyal fan base. Like, yeah, get Kayla. Go on, Taylor, get her in this song. We get the message what she's trying to do against Kayla. Maybe it's just to help album sales, and maybe she is feeling insecure knowing her man's, it seems, what his preference is type of thing. Kayla's beautiful. The women he dated were beautiful women. And I think Taylor is attractive. I think they're all attractive. But, look, what do you think about this? You let me know in the comment section about this. Do you think that she feels jealous of Kayla because her fine Travis Kelce with flavor was with a number of black women before her. And do you think maybe she thinks, well, hell, I got the ring still. I got Travis, baby. I got Travis. But look, the wedding hasn't happened yet, so we shall see what happens. I just want Kayla to be okay and to get her a good man and come out on top from all these haters against her. So, look, if you want a good candle, baby, check out pureblazecollection.com. Prices are about $18. Who doesn't love a really good smelling scented candle, baby? Relax, take your bubble bath and light these candles, okay? pureblazecollection.com. So that is it for this video. Let me know what you think. I will be reading your comments in the comment section. You all take care, baby. Bye. And I know I missed some things. I can't get all my thoughts together about this situation. But what do y'all have to say about this? Do you think Taylor is jealous of Kayla and took a dig at her in this song? Let us all know in the comment section. You all take care. Bye, everybody.